Does anybody want to come on the mic and say hello? Are you all too shy this hour of the morning? Who wants to say good morning? Or Josan, as we say in Hong Kong.
Good morning,
Good morning. Who's this?
Wendy.
Hey, Wendy. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you this morning, Wendy?
I'm in Taipei.
Oh, right. Okay. And what's happening with COVID-19 in Taipei? Are you guys badly affected?
Yes, but our government's trying to keep it under control.
You think they're doing a good job so far?
I think so.
Good. So who says they're shy? How do you, Deacon? Come on, Deacon. Say hello.
Hello, it's us,
Hey.
Decky.
So sorry, I missed that. What's your name?
It's Decky.
Decky. Nice to meet you, Decky.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you calling from?
Well, from Hong Kong.
Which part of Hong Kong?
Sang Pun.
Siang Pun. Cool.
Oh.
This is starting to sound like a radio show. Good morning. Who's that? So I've got a question. Has everybody managed to download the PDF that was shared by Phoebe on Thursday afternoon?
Yeah.
So Wendy, did you get a chance to read the document?
Yes.
And what did you think?
It's very interesting.
Interesting. So Wendy, before I ask you too many more questions, what's your background? What's your actual role in the industry, or what do you do?
I'm an architect.
Okay, cool. So have you seen a document that detailed before for BIM?
We have a BIM document,
Right.
but obviously the front and the design phase of it.
Yeah.
But we don't use BIM to that extent.
Okay. Yes.
Don't know. I'm skeptical that it can be used to that extent.
Oh yeah. So that was one of the reasons I shared that document. I'm not going to reveal the source of that document, but it wasn't from Hong Kong, but it wasn't from too far away from Hong Kong. So it's a document written by a client, and in my terms, it's aspirational at best, and it's a stretch in anybody's talking reason. So there's things in that document that are totally unachievable, but it does show you where clients are trying to get to in terms of using BIM. Does anybody else want to come on the mic and say good morning? Thank you for the comments, Wendy. Anybody else that wants to say good morning before we start? How come there's no LOD in the document? Ooh. LOD is a controversial situation. So LOD was kind of developed 10 years ago for primarily the American market. And it was an attempt to get people to understand what is a reasonable expectation for models. And people have moved away from it primarily because of confusion. So the general consensus now is the models have to be fit for purpose. So you have to develop the models to a level of detail or a level of definition or a level of information that meets your requirements for your purpose. So if you're an architect, that means you have to have done enough detailing to be able to document the design so it can be built. If you're a contractor and you're doing shop drawings, you have to do a lot more detail in order to be able to produce shop drawings. And in the document I share with you for the group, there's a requirement to do 4D, there's a requirement to do cost estimation, there's a requirement to do asset information. So the level of development or the level of detail would have to be quite high in a model. So people are moving away from the AIA level of details and moving more towards a fit for purpose definition. So the LOD is useful for people who don't know how to develop models, but it can become quite cumbersome for people who've got experience. I hope that answers the question, Ellie. So this is my first time doing a lecture in this way, and I do apologize if I lose people, and it may seem a bit weird or I might stumble a couple of times, but let's just plow on.